key points, I want this to be organized so that people can navigate and understand what they're coming up into. The I Ching is something that I very much I just feel weird talking into a camera. This feels weird, but you're doing it. Are you though? You know? I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. So the points that I want to make are that non-dualism seems like the best concept for reality to me. And I think the system that handles non-dualism the best, as far as I've seen, it very much takes it, the whole concept, and brings it into the realm of people that work 9 to 5 and means that some of their writers have said that it's best to develop your practice in the midst of daily life rather than up on a mountain, because the true test of your practice is that it should be able to be practiced even amongst other people that usually are our biggest stressors. So it takes the non-dualist concepts, and the system is 2,500 years old, roughly, and the I Ching is roughly 3,000 years old or over, and it's nice that it comes with a ready-made divination system, almost. However, Taoism, they use the I Ching, but they preferred to use it for Taoist alchemical processes to attain Buddhahood, essentially. So they had written at some points about the fact that, maybe not the fact, but their perspective of it is that they thought that using the I Ching as a divination system was not the correct usage of it, that it shouldn't be used for common people to just trample on, I suppose, with divination practices. But I found even using it as a divination practice, it has been very much expanding and expansive, and I feel as though I will never fully grow into it, if you know what I mean by that. So there's lots of room there, and it's structured and is based on 64 hexagrams of the I Ching, at least the I Ching part of things. And the Taoist concepts usually are more focused on reality and stripping away the human mentality to reveal the mind of Tao, as the human mentality in all of its ponderings and its intellectualism, it more binds us than it does free us, and it, yes, can help us feel secure if we can sort of conceptualize the universe we dwell in. But not only that, it restricts us once we surpass those definitions. In Taoism, there's a quote saying that, and it's in one of my shorts as well, that once you reach the Tao, verbalizations are wrong. and that once you catch the rabbit, the trap is no longer necessary. Once you've reached the other side of the stream, the boat is no longer necessary. So verbalizations become wrong in that you're trying to take something that cannot be conceptualized and conceptualize it, like the finger pointing toward the moon kind of concept. So anyway, that's what my readings are largely focused on. And I feel as though picking Taoism as a system of belief, at least intellectually, has been something that I feel like I can sign off on for my subconscious feeding on to create something for me that I can be proud of at the very least, and sort of build from there in such a changing world that the only constant is change. And the I Ching is called the Book of Changes. And so if we can get to the heart of everything with the Tao and read, as it were, its changes through the I Ching, I feel like it gives a certain framework that not only is intellectual, that our minds can hold on to, but it very much encourages the release of our minds from trying to grasp certain concepts at a certain point. So there's a lot of room for growth within it, and as you listen to it, it's working on you, and I've found that it's the best thing that I've let do that, since we're always programming the things that are going into us with whatever we choose to watch or participate in. You're building an internal world that you use to interact with the world you live in. So it's good to have a good map of the terrain, and Taoism has provided me, I guess, the best map that I have come across, and I've really needed a good one, and I hope it can be a good one for you as well. I've realized I have not been very partnering in the process of putting these videos out there. I have just done it more so focused on myself, in that it has started as my own personal practice long before I decided I wanted to share it with anyone. It was sort of pressed on me that I felt it was a big enough effect on myself that it was worth turning outward. But things like this, I believe the world could really use, and it being so influential for me, I should at least probably do my best to bring others on board in a way that they can get a sense of the terrain a little bit better than I have. So that's what this is. I did not intend, this was going to be a practice video. I'm not sure still if I'm going to share it. It's not entirely professional, as it were, but I guess it is heart to heart, so to speak. So anyway, if you want to get less of the time commitment involved in watching through the readings, I've usually after each reading I'll go through and find the key points and turn them into shorts. And this last time I ordered them 1 through 8 because they fall in that order pretty well. They kind of flow together, and the concepts are developed more all the way through the last one. But anyway, you don't need to listen to all of this clearly, but if you want to get some of the key parts of some of the readings, you can look at some of the playlists. I've organized them for which book they come from, or potentially even from James DeCorn's website, who is a practitioner of the Tao himself, and from the Tao Te Ching, and from the Taoist I Ching, things like that. So I'll start trying to do that a lot more to make this more palatable for people with less time to devote to such things. I understand that. I've got a toddler, so here we are in the real world. And as I said, that's what I like about Taoism. It turns the whole concept of enlightenment and inner alchemy and self-realization, it makes it processable by your average person, which I definitely am. So if that's you, or if you have a regular life and you don't live on a mountain, nothing against that. But if that's not you, and you have a certain amount of time to put towards self-expansion and stabilization, I've found this to be such a great practice, and I'd like to make it palatable for you the best I can. So I will try and partner the best I can. Mostly, I'm probably not going to have introductions in my videos very much, unless it's absolutely necessary. I usually meditate till 3 a.m. every other night or so, and then go out and do the readings, which keeps me in that vibe. So I try to stay there when I get there as much as possible. So apologies for just jumping everybody in without any kind of explanations. But hopefully this has been helpful. And as I said, maybe no one ever sees it. But if you do, welcome. And thank you very much for being a part of this. And I hope it is as beneficial to you as it has been to me. Thank you.